I've started this video way too many times. It's actually getting quite frustrating. So this is the beginning of the video and I'm going to be using this. Yes, I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. I'm back making videos and I am so happy to be back. Unfortunately, I did have to take a break. Where have I been? What have I been doing? I have so many things to update you on. I will let you know where I've been, why I had a break. I've even got a little unboxing to do. I've got some new trainers to show you. I've got my weight loss update I want to give you. I've got some big life updates, which is actually quite exciting. I'm really happy about, so I'm going to tell you about that as well. I'm just going to unload this whole video. So let's just get into it, shall we? Where have I been? What have I been doing? The last video that I uploaded, I can't remember when it was. It honestly feels like absolutely forever ago, and this does feel a little bit strange, so bear with me while I warm up. The video that I uploaded, if it wasn't before the summer holidays, it would have been in the beginning. So like I've been in the trenches, guys. Summer holidays absolutely threw me. I'm a one-woman band in terms of pretty much everything in my life. So summer holidays and when I don't have childcare, I have to just give 100% to being a mum. So things have to be put to the side, and unfortunately the first thing that has to go is vlogging, and vlogging is just a hobby for me. It's just something that I really enjoy doing. It's not a job or anything like that. It's my hobby, it's just what I love to do. Unfortunately, vlogging takes up quite a lot of my time. It's not just the making the videos, it's like the editing and blah, 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 who cares? Anyway, it takes up time. So that is the first thing that unfortunately does have to go. And then I thought, I'm gonna have a break from YouTube. So I took a break from everything. I say everything, I do two things. I do YouTube and I do Instagram. Like, it's not crazy, but I stopped posting my runs on Instagram. I stopped vlogging. But in the meantime, I was still continuing to run as much as I could, and I was still continuing my weight loss journey. We also did a family trip to Disneyland Paris for a week. That was amazing. That was so much fun. We actually ended up taking my mum for the first time. It was just so amazing, so incredible. She absolutely spoiled us rotten. That's why I had a break, what I've been up to in that break. Also during that break, I've decided to switch up my trainers. My New Balance 1080, I believe they were, they are now done with. I feel like I've definitely outrun them. They ended up being quite uncomfortable and I started to get that sort of pain. So if you've been here a while, you know that I was off running for 3 months because of an injury, and I started getting a bit of pain here again. Just checking I didn't have any holes in myself. I started to get a little bit of pain and I thought, I am not going to ignore this, absolutely not. And I can't remember why I chose to run in New Balance again. I think it was the cushioning. I felt like it probably would help to stop the injury coming back. But then I started to panic that maybe those trainers are causing the injury to come back. So basically I needed Ultras. I love Ultra. They have wide fitting shoes, they're comfortable, I've never had any issues with Ultra. For me personally, everyone's different, but for me personally, when I got my gait analysis, it was the Ultra Pro Vision 8 that I got, and I ran my ultra marathon in those. I didn't realise that until the very end of the run, that everything was annoying me and I had issues with everything, but I didn't realise my trainers and my feet, yeah, my feet were sore and tired, but in terms of like issues you can have with trainers, my feet were absolutely fine. And that really, really did tell me that Ultras are the one. And then I decided to get Hokas, and then I got injured, and then I went back to Ultra, and then I was fine again, and then New Balance, and I was like, So basically, I've got some more Ultras. It's safe to say I overdressed for this run. I'm absolutely sweating hot. Honestly, look at the sky. It's just so much hotter than it looks, unbearably hot because of what I've worn. If I dress properly, I would be fine. But anyway, what I want to show you, the weather hasn't been, you know, dry and sunny as of late. So these new trainers and my leggings running behind this guy in the mud and the dirt. Things I do for you, Storm. The annoying thing is I didn't take a clip of what they were brand new because I wasn't vlogging or filming at the time. That may be the first look at my new trainers. I have been running in them for quite, you know, a lot, and I've been doing some dog runs and things, so they're not looking their best, but they are Ultra Touring 8, and this is the colourway that I chose. I don't normally go for black. Black isn't... I actually try to avoid black trainers, but it was just this detail that really, really spoke to me. Like, I just thought the bright colours just at the bottom, I just thought it was a really nice trainer, so I got these. And look how wide they are. This is just how they come. I haven't chosen a wide one. This is just how they come. And they are just so comfortable. So yes, I'm obsessed. And it did take a few runs to kind of ease in and get used to those trainers. I now don't have the issues I had with the New Balance. I used to get sort of like aching on the side of my foot as well. And I never say this right, but PF, I can't say it right. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of that as well. Since I've been running in my ultras, it's been calming down. So like, I can't stress enough the importance of having the right trainers is massive. And I go back and forth, and I know the importance. So like, don't let me change. Don't let me moan at me in the comments for keep flipping and diving to different trainers. Anyway, while we're still on the running subject, I am going to unbox. I'm just going to cover the address. I'm going to unbox my last Harry Potter medal. I completed this in like July, I think it was. I think I got this in like July, and I've kept it sealed and on my desk ever since. So if that doesn't go to show how committed I am to you guys, just had a huge break off YouTube, then I don't know what will. But let's have a look at this medal. Oh, it looks good. I haven't unboxed all of the medals on my channel, but I've done a couple. This is the Deathly Hallows, the Conqueror Virtual Challenges. With these, if you don't know, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown. It's virtual running. It doesn't have to be running, it could be any activity. It could be walking, swimming, bike, whatever. There's an app on your phone, and you can basically clock the mileage that you have done, and you just follow a virtual map of whatever it is. There's so many things. For this one, it was the storyline of the Deathly Hallows that I was going through. They have loads and loads of different ones. I have been using them since day dot. I remember I wasn't even running for like, I think I was running like 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and I did that for 2 weeks, and I ended up getting my Crossing the English Channel medal. I think that was like 20 something miles. It's not there. I don't know why I looked there. But they've come in handy, and they make just an everyday runs that wouldn't necessarily be that important, like mean something. So if I was just to go for like a 6.5 mile run just for my training, I'd come back, clock it in, and it would feel like it meant more, and it made it more exciting. It made those everyday runs feel like I was working towards something. And then on race day, you get your race day medal, but for your training, I feel like this is, yeah, I love it. I love it. I actually haven't looked at what the medal looks like, so we'll do this together. Oh, okay. It has a little protector on. Hold on, let me sort this out. It looks like it needs putting together. So some of them, they have moving parts. Right, so the thing that's down there, oh, that's good. It's a little golden snit. Can you see that? It says I open at the close on there. There you go. We have a medal. I'm assuming this goes, yeah, there's a magnet. So we have the Golden Snitch, Nagini, lots of details on here. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This was 140 miles to finish off. Oh my gosh. It has like a sticky... Ooh. I don't want to rip it. Okay, yeah, it has like a sticky thing there. And it's left a little bit. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, and it's got all the Horcruxes on it. This is really good. This is really nice quality. So this is the back. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like, I really don't know how to explain this. So I'm just going to have to hope the camera does it justice. Can you like imagine what that feels like? Do you know what I mean? But you have the Deathly Hallows, the Elder Wand. And if you can see in here, we have the Horcruxes. And then at the top here, you're not going to be able to see that. But there is something written here. And it says, after all this time, always. Look at that. I should wear this for the rest of the video, shouldn't I? I just thought I'd unbox that because I've been sat there waiting to show you guys. Right, we'll go straight into the weight loss update then. Because it's been a whole year and I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. In the beginning of my channel, I used to vlog a lot more about my weight loss, but because I've lost the majority of the weight, and I'm doing the same thing that I did way back then. I've kind of slowed the weight loss content down a little bit more, and it does a little bit better on my channel, but I do feel like if I'm making a weight loss video, I don't want to be repeating myself all the time, because I do just basically do the same sort of thing. So the rundown of what I did is lost the majority of my weight. If you're new here, I started at 230 pounds and I couldn't run for 30 seconds. And I've now, the total that I lost originally was 70 pounds. I'm now back to that 70 pounds. I'm back to the lightest that I got myself. But September 11th last year was the day, I believe it was that exact day, that I stepped on the scales and was like, I need to almost lock in again. I need to go in hard. I've got a place at London Marathon for next year, and I want to just ease the burden on my body as much as I possibly can. The lighter I get, the better it's going to be for me. I weighed 186.4 pounds, and that was way more than what I was used to. I was maintaining around the 175 mark, so I really wasn't happy, and I felt it. I felt awful, and I just thought to myself, there's no way I am gonna carry on like this. I need to lock in, basically. Anyway, I just wasn't happy at all. So all I did was turn the volume up, if you like. So I'm always conscious about what I'm eating. I'm always checking and looking at what I've burnt compared to what I'm always doing it. But the thing is with how I got heavier was I just turned the volume down a bit. I wasn't so on it, and I was realizing that I'd gone over my calories that day, forgiving myself, which is part of it, going on to carry on the next day. But I think I was forgiving myself a little bit too much. I wasn't checking myself, and then eventually I forget how much I overate. Like, I genuinely would forget the things that I did eat because I wasn't thinking about it. So yes, from September 11th right up until recently, the plan was to lose 20 pounds. I actually ended up having to move that goalpost because I hit that mark at the beginning of this year. As of now, I lost 25 pounds in that year. I know that I haven't gone into like huge detail into this video as to how exactly I did it. Just as a bit of a brief rundown is I count my calories and I make sure that I'm in a deficit more often than I'm not. I track my calories on my Garmin, like the calories I burn on my Garmin, and then I track everything I'm eating just on the calculator on my phone. I just look at the calories and I kind of like estimate up a little bit as well, just in case. I just make sure as long as I'm less than what I am on there in that day, then I know I'm on the right path. I weigh myself every single day and then I take the average. I feel like it's so important to desensitize myself from that number on the scales, because if that number on the scales changes, it isn't necessarily because I put fat on my body. My goal is to get lighter, yes, but the scales don't just weigh the body fat, they weigh your whole body. There are obviously loads of other reasons why the scale will move up, but if I take the average every week, then I can see what's going on. And there are patches during that year, like Christmas. I went to Florida in January with Matt. I went to Florida in May as well, actually, with our daughter. Those times, I'm not tracking my calories. I'm not counting my calories. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. I'm not worrying about my weight. So there are spikes when it comes to what I've lost in the year, but weight loss just isn't linear. The path that the numbers are taking are going down. Whether they're going down like this or like this, it doesn't matter, it's gone down. But anyway, I moved that goalpost from 20 pounds to 26 pounds and I'm 25 pounds down. So you know what, I hit my goal basically, and I'm happy with that. I've really missed vlogging on my runs as well, so I actually did a mini run with me. I can't remember what day it was now. I think it was Friday. I'll let you know. It's Monday now. I'm 2 miles into this run and I've just been battling myself since this morning. Actually, since I woke up this morning, I've been mentally battling myself, and I'm 2 miles in. I'm still doing it. Stretching my calves off at the moment. I don't know if you can see that. I am in all black everything apart from the very bottom of my trainers, but I've probably showed you those already. But I woke up this morning, I wanted to run 10k. I wanted to go for a slower pace 10k. Haven't brought Storm with me today. He's been out many times, Oh, I just to compose myself. Anyway, he's been out, and yeah, I've decided not to take him because I want to do a 10k, and I wanted to go further yesterday, and I decided to take him, and we ended up doing what we did yesterday, and I'd rather... I just wanted to run 10k. I don't know why I keep babbling on. I'm probably going to cut that out. But yeah, I've been absolutely fighting with myself because I've not wanted to go on this run, and basically I was sat on the sofa waiting to go, fully dressed, waiting to go, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I've got 10k in me because I'm quite sore. I did some strength training, got some DOMs. I've also went on a quicker pace run this week, and I felt really good yesterday with Storm. I should have done my long run yesterday, so I'm thinking about all of this. I say longer, 10k. So they were like a load of excuses as to why I shouldn't be coming out running. I should take a rest day, but I can't take a rest day because Matt's away. He's actually gone away on a trip. He's not working away for once. Lucky Matt, he's gone away with his mates. So he's gonna be away until Monday night. So I'm not gonna be able to run Saturday, Sunday or Monday, so I'm gonna have 3 days of rest. So even if I am sore, tired, like I just need to go anyway, and just for my mental health, for my sanity, it will be good for me to go and get a run and just feel good. Even if it's like really hard, really difficult, and I feel sore and horrible afterwards, I've got 3 days of stretching, relaxing, resting, recuperating, and then on Tuesday I could just go for a little run with Storm, and then I could either have an extra day of, you know, not going too hard, go for it on Wednesday. So like that got me out the door. But then when I was running, I was just like battling with myself as to like how far I should run, and I was just like, look, I don't need to decide now how far I need to run. I will make the decision 3 mile in. So that's what I've decided. And then by the time I get to 3 mile, I'm actually going to carry on running. Hold on. And then by the time I get to 3 mile, I'm already halfway there. So I might as well just get 10k done. I wish I was someone who could just get her trainers on and just do it, get it done. I know that everyone struggles, but just as of late, mentally, it's been really difficult to get out that door. But I've always felt better. Like I've always felt intensely better after a run, and I've always been happy I've done it. So yes, let's keep going. I'm nearly at 3.5 miles now, and I just feel like I've been running up and down hills. So I'm going to try and find a bit more of a flat for a while, and then I'll obviously have to tackle the hills again. But I'm just really really tired now, but 3.5 miles done and I'm still going. And usually I start thinking about going home at this point, or I probably would have already got home, especially if I was with Storm. He doesn't do much more than this. He will if I give him lots of breaks, but then it just means I'm out for like ages. There's a load of soldiers doing PT down there, like a load. Anyway, yeah, so I've decided I'm going to go for the 10k, because I'm basically halfway there, aren't I? So yeah, can you see them? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go for the 10k. I kind of made up a route. I kind of like, there's a 1 mile, a mile and a half loop that I do at the beginning of 99% of my runs. Now I just feel like that's almost seen as like my warm-up. If I can get the first 1.5 miles done, then it doesn't matter how long I'm running, the rest won't feel so bad. And of course I've done that here, but I've extended it a bit, so I've done 3.63 now. And I've just got to make up the rest of it now, and I'm tired. But the good thing about moving is I'm going to have some new routes. That's another thing that's been stopping me from getting out, is just the area around here. There's certain areas I really don't feel safe. A few things have happened. I spoke about a couple of them, but I now don't really go on the area very much, and that kind of limits me. That's taken away a heck of a lot of miles, because that training area is a huge plain. I could get a marathon done on there. I could do an ultra on there. It's huge, so I've lost a lot of mileage. But anyway, I've got to get going. Just got to keep going. 4.61 mile, and plan change. I got a call from the school, so I need to go and sort that out, which is brilliant because I look like this. But I'll see you when I get back anyway. I'm so close to 10k. I would have done it today. That's the point. Oh, they called me at the bottom of a hill, so now I've got to go a way that I was planning on avoiding, so I can get there quicker. But it might slow me down because I'm tired. I got back here got what I needed to get, ran into the school, ran back, and I did that after I'd already saved my run. So yes, there's that. When I got near the house, I stopped, walked, saved my run, filmed that for this video, did all of what I just said, came back, went to stop, oh, Matt's just messaged me, went to stop the run then and realised I didn't clock that bit. But just including that little bit, the annoying thing is I probably hit 10k, and if I didn't hit 10k, I would have got very, very close. So I'm going to count today as 10k, even though I don't have the admin for it, which sucks, because if it's not on Garmin, did it even happen? Just like, if it's not on Strava, is it true, you know? We don't treat ourselves like that. I've clocked 5.4 mile, and I'm hot and sweaty, and everyone saw me looking like this. A sweaty mess. Fantastic. Not too shabby today, actually. I feel a little bit more refreshed. The hills, I need to check and see what the elevation was on that one. I'm sorry if this is echoey, hold on. Let me just step in. Step in. Sit down. Yeah, I need to find out what the elevation was on that, because the idea for today was to get the distance in, because I felt like I needed a little bit more of a harder run. Honestly though, I think a shorter run would have been fine, because I just feel like I've gone up and down hills like loads. Generally, the beginning and the end of my run is hilly, whereas where I lived before, I avoided hills like the plague. Like, no, not at all. So the improvement I've made thus far since living here is incredible. Incredible. I think I spoke about that previously, but yeah. Today's run, so normally like the middle would kind of like smooth off at some point. I'm always looking for the flat basically, but I've got to get through the hills to get there. Today I basically turned back around and did my loop again, so it was just all hills. So I think that might be why I struggled a little bit, and I got quite breathless. Like, I struggled, and it's actually really, really hot. I think that like this t-shirt, it's a Gymshark. You can kind of see through it. It's that thin. I thought I would put that on because it was so thin, but I guess the vest, it was just like, it felt like 20 degrees. Like, it felt really, really, really hot, and the sun started coming out more. So anyway, I've babbled. That is today's run done. So go and get your run done. If you don't do it, then, well, I won't know, but you'll know. So go and get it done. You'll feel better for it. Trust me. I've actually just checked the elevation now. It was 368 feet, which is honestly for 5.4 mile. I don't feel like that's much, like more than I would normally do. If anything, that's on the lower end. So I don't know. Maybe it was the heat, because coming out of summer and running in summer, you feel like, well, I feel like all of my fitness has just disappeared and I just can't do it. It's a real struggle. So maybe it wasn't the inclines that I was struggling with today. Like, maybe it wasn't the fact that I did loads of inclines. Maybe it was the fact that I was running inclines in the heat. I also have DOMs as well. So that, anyway, run is done, and that's the point, and I feel good, and I've worked hard, and I need to have a wash. Lastly, the big update that I want to give you, I didn't purposely save this till the end, I just genuinely forgot. We're moving. Matt's been posted, and we are moving back to Essex. We're not going to be in the same area that I was previously, but I'm from Essex. This is amazing for me. I'm going home. If you don't know, my husband's in the military, so I've been living in SFA for nearly 10 years now. I go where Matt goes, and I've been so unhappy here. Really, really unhappy here. I haven't spoke about it online, but been so unhappy here, ridiculously unhappy here, and the fact that we're going to Essex is incredible. I'm going to be near my family. I'm from Essex, so I'm basically going home. I know where I'm going to be. I'm not going to be alone. Let me know in the comments. Would you be interested in like moving vlogs? Is that something you would want? I'd obviously incorporate all my running and my training, because this is going to be insane. I'm going to be running London Marathon in April. We're moving house around about February. We've got a big family holiday in March that we've been saving and planning for years. the beginning of next year is going to be crazy. So fingers crossed. Everything is going to go to plan. I feel like I've just absolutely babbled on and on and on and on and on. So big apologies for keeping you all in the dark and just basically going MIA, disappearing off the face of the earth. But I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to hang my medal up. Let me know in the comments below what you've been up to as well. I need updates. It's been so long. I need to know, what have you achieved? I want all positivity, good news. And guys, I will see you soon for some more updates. Bye guys.